Pepys says, the sophist is a timeless figure, and the battle fought by Socrates and Plato against Protagoras and Gorgias is never-ending. It will have to be continued by anyone who calls on the authority of Plato's school, the Academy, which was an anti-sophist institution. But what is, more precisely, a sophist? There is a variety of manifestations. There is the relativist Protagoras, who was the first to formulate the fundamental principle of everything from a sophist humanism, that man is the measure of all things. There is the bewildering Hippias, who knew everything. There is Prodicus, who is able to explain the loftiest things in the most common terms, showing up greatness as hiding in all too human qualities so that genuine reality is identified as the average. Nothing in the world deserves respect. Then there is above all Gorgias, the nihilist who charms with his formal elegance. He surrounds the nihili with the dazzling linguistic charm of the Horte Literatura. He achieves precisely that blunting of the mind by brilliance of which Goethe spoke. What all of these particular forms of sophistry have in common is exactly what separates them from the striving after knowledge which has its greatest witness in Socrates and Plato's. It is the striving, identical down through the centuries, to discover the foundation of reality and of existence, that man can attain to his real spiritual possession only in an attitude of silent theoria, concerning himself with truth and nothing else, like a listener receiving his way of measured things from the reality of the world which has been there before him. This is something that the sophist will never accept. He will reject even more the idea that there could be such a thing as sacred tradition, based on a message about the world and existence as a whole, from a higher-than-human source which also sustains the message. The sophist chooses freedom, however empty it is, and achieves it by forgetting long-established wisdom. Commitment to tradition seems to the critically autonomous subject to be unjustified and above all unbearable. That's Kant. And as far as the spirit's deeper prior, more essential commitments to the norm of objective being is concerned, the sophist dissolves the link because for him, content is unimportant compared with the purely formal. This is Judith Butler to an absolute T. And it all starts with Immanuel Kant it doesn't start with him. It starts with the Franciscans in the 14th century. But the enlightened version of it is the liberation of realism, the liberation of the Western culture from realism and its sophistry.